Sandra might know some more places to show us in Finland. She acts like she doesn't live here.
There's little tunnels all over the place.
What's up guys, we're Kyle and Madie and we started full-time travel in August of 2022. There's just one thing. We're attempting to do it on $60 a day as a couple. While we know that is no easy feat, yesterday we flew into Helsinki to stay with some very special people. And today we get to explore Helsinki and make Sandra be a tourist in her own city. From seeing the beautiful capital to attending our very own crayfish party, watch along to see what we get up to in the Nordic country of Finland.
Yesterday we flew from Vienna to Helsinki to meet up with some really special people.
Last night we jumped in the cold ocean and we had a great dinner with our friend Sandra.
Hi!
And now she is taking us out into Helsinki to show us around.
Yeah.
Sandra lives 9 miles outside of the city of Helsinki. It takes like 15 to 20 minutes to get into the middle of Helsinki.
We're in. Alright, so we just got off the bus at Kamki Mall. It's actually right in the center of Helsinki, and we are walking to the ferry port to go over to the Fortress of Finland, which is a fortress that's made up of 6 different islands, and it was just used to protect Helsinki way back in the day.
It's actually called Suomenlinna.
That's the Finnish term for it.
We are about to get on the ferry to go to the fortress that Madie explained, and the ferry actually takes the same transportation tickets as the subways, trams, and buses. So it's a little expensive for Madie and I. For a 24-hour metro pass, we paid €11 a piece.
To Suomenlinna, which is in English it's called the Fortress of Finland. And fun fact about it is that people actually live there, but they can only live there if they win in a draft that's every 5 years. And then they would just kick the old residents out and get in with the new ones.
It is pretty cold on the ferry. It is like 56 degrees here today.
Which I warned about, but they did not believe me when I told them to bring jackets from my house.
I figured my sweatshirt would be enough, so Madie and I are just gonna have to suffer. But that's okay.
Keep holding on.
It's also cool how many islands there are around this area. When we flew in yesterday, you could see all of them from the plane. It's just really pretty.
So on these 6 islands that kind of makes up this fortress, it's like a whole town. So there are people who live here, there's restaurants, there's a lot of things to do. You just kind of walk around and kind of take in the beauty. So that's kind of what we're doing.
I need something to believe in. Give me something, give me anything. I just wanna know what's happening.
We are about to get dinner at a restaurant, bar, cafe. I think it's called Velimo, and it was recommended by Sandra's boyfriend Mattias.
I would rather
that actually if you are eating, you actually get tea and coffee included. So that's also included in the price, which is really nice.
In true Finnish culture, Sandra is setting our table to eat. We would never do this in America. Or we're just uncultured.
So I got the smoked salmon soup. It has salmon and it looks like carrots and potatoes and some dill, and it also came with some bread that Sandra said is Finnish bread as well. This is a traditional Finnish soup, right?
Yes.
But it's usually with cream.
Usually
Yeah.
with cream, yeah.
So it's a clear stock base right now, but usually it's with cream instead. That's really good. Yeah, it's like there isn't a ton, like it's really subtle. It's not super strong, which is really good. I really like it.
I just got a chorizo cheddar pasta. It's not Finnish, but it sounded good to me. So, yeah. The food is really good, and I highly recommend the salmon soup that Maddie got. All together, our total was like $26 for the two. So, again, Finland's just expensive for us. We are done with dinner, and now we are just walking around and exploring the island. Sandra knows a little bit about it, but
I don't know anything.
so she's like a tourist here too, but she can at least speak the language and tell us what kind of food's good to eat. Sometimes you'd think she's not even from Finland, but she is.
Sandra is calling these the Hobbit houses, so it looks like just where people lived in the Hobbit. I've actually never seen the movie, so.
There's tiny leprechauns living in them. You'll see them by night.
Along with the northern lights that exist in Helsinki.
Yeah.
So there's actually a bunch of little forts under those hills, like actual buildings built into the hill. So it's pretty cool. You can go in some of them, but they're just small rooms and there's a lot of trash in them.
There's all tunnels all over the place.
It's kind of creepy. This guy that just came up to us, he said that he has lived on the island for 4 to 5 years, and he was just explaining how like the nature is around here and how dangerous it is to walk around the cliff edges because you could easily fall and hurt yourself. But he told us some good stories. He knew a little bit more than Sandra knew about this island. We're about to walk back to the ferry right now, and then Sandra might know some more places to show us in Finland. She acts like she doesn't live here.
We'll see.
It is nice having a local though, being able to speak to people in Finnish, because otherwise we might be a little lost.
I think it's important to note that in Helsinki there isn't a ton of touristy things to do. Kind of the beauty of coming here is just enjoying the culture and experiencing life by the sea like all of the locals do. So there aren't like all these museums and churches. Well, there are some. Not nearly like other like European cities. It's more of just like the saunas and living life by the sea and the food and the sounds and everything. So I think that's pretty important to kind of point out. So we just got off the ferry. It is an absolutely beautiful sunset tonight. It is pretty chilly out. We don't really have that many warm clothes, but the last kind of thing we're seeing is the President's Castle. It's directly where you get off the boat from, so it's really easy to see. It's actually pretty basic. It doesn't seem like a president's castle. We're actually just going to be heading back soon and getting ready to leave tomorrow to go a little bit further north, so we will see you then.